This video is for anyone out there that might be going through a challenging time and you feel a little overwhelmed. Welcome to this video, welcome to my channel. I am very happy that you are in this video, that this video find you, that you found this video. I still don't know how it works. It doesn't matter how it works. What matters is that you are here. And maybe you've been wanting, you have been desiring to hear the words that I'm going to share in this message. It is just gonna be a reminder because I am sure you know, but maybe you forgot, which is very normal, especially when we are going through overwhelming times. So I am going to remind you that this challenge, this moment, not only it is going to pass, it's not going to stay forever. We don't know. I am no one to say it's gonna last 2 hours, 1 day, a week, or a month. I am sure if you are in the middle of something challenging, it's because there is a beautiful, massive, small, whatever it is, a lesson, whatever the size it is, of a lesson that potentially can transform your life into something bigger, more exciting, more aligned to who you are and what you are meant to do and experience in this life. So it is something that it is gonna happen. It is gonna pass. It is happening. It is gonna pass. You're not gonna be in that space forever. But the most important thing that I want to remind you, and probably you are having a hard time remembering this, and probably you are not experiencing any of this at this moment because it has happened to me, and I've been always super grateful for people and moments where I'm able to remember that, God, we are here in this life to experience joy, to have fun. And you might be asking, how can I have fun? How can I enjoy life when things are so challenging and the world is gonna end? Let me remind you that no matter how challenging, you have inside of you the ability to find things that can bring you joy. It can be the smell of a flower. It can be a symbol of looking at a picture of a wonderful sunset that you experience, on vacation, in one special moment in your life. It can be as simple as, forgive my cup that is very messy, but it can be as simple as enjoying a warm, delicious drink. We think that having fun, it is, I want to say a lot of people might have the idea that having fun is just going to, on that trip to this very luxurious hotel and have all the most delicious food and have all these wonderful experiences. And that's one version. We can have versions of that. Yeah, and depending on what you are experiencing, we can create versions of anything we want. But the most important thing is that we remember and we believe that we do have the ability and how important it is to have fun. Because let me tell you, let me remind you that even we are going through the most tragical experience, if we invest a little bit in that thing that brings out the best of us, that brings us joy, that gives us that sense of gratitude and love for life, when we look at the tragedy that is happening, we might have a different perspective about that strategy. Right? We might look at that strategy as what I am reminding you in this video. Maybe it's just like a tiny portion of my life, of my universe. And maybe there's a potential of transforming, of something greater after I go through this thing. My heart is just like getting excited for anyone that is out there struggling. Because I've been in those moments, like thinking that there's not a way out of this. And as I said, whenever I connected with these intelligence, with this wisdom, with this concept of we always, no matter what, have the ability to enjoy and have fun. It changed everything for me. So I hope you are feeling a little inspired. I hope your heart feels at home again, and you're having some ideas already of what is that thing that you can start doing today to experience a little bit of that energy of enjoyment. One little exercise that you can do if you feel like you don't know, like you're like, okay, I don't know how to have fun here, because I know when we are so stressed out, when we are so overwhelmed, we might not have ideas. And a good place to go is childhood. Sit with those memories for a little bit and try to remember what were your favorite things, what was that game, what was that activity that you would spend hours playing, that would just lose, sense of time, and would bring out that energy in you, that we all have. What made you shine, what made you feel unlimited, what make you feel connected with gratitude and for, with love for life. And if it's childhood maybe too far and hard to remember, try to go to other moments, other times in your life, when you were in that energy. And again, it doesn't have to be the exact memory, the exact game, the exact activity. What version you can create today that brings a few of those feelings, right? It can be as simple as the small examples that I shared, smelling something special that is special for you. I am very into senses, so I like having flowers that smell good in my room, and I like wearing things that smell good, and I love going to walks in gardens or nature when I know there are trees that smell good. Walking barefoot on the grass, that's something that I've been craving a lot these days. Those simple things can give us that connection with with our nature, because sometimes when we're going through challenging times, we're very disconnected. So another way how you can get there, it is, in case you're just like, I don't know, I don't have many ideas. I'm sorry that I sound like I'm making fun of that feeling, and it's just normal. It's just funny. It's just funny because it is a state that it's a state that we can totally shift. It is normal by the stress and by the intensity of what's happening that we get there, but we all know what makes us feel good. And the practice of self-love, self-care. For example, when we do face mask, when we cook a nutritious meal, those things can start connecting us with what makes us feel good. It is very individual, it's very unique for each of us. So getting curious with those, what is it about this cozy soup, about this nutritious meal that makes me feel good? Maybe it's the smells of the ingredients, maybe it's the warmth of the bowl in my hands, maybe it's sharing that meal with someone, maybe it's not even the food, it's the conversation that I'm having with someone when we are cooking. Get curious and explore those things that bring you joy, that gets you into those states of enjoying life. And this is not only going to be a reminder, but an invitation. Commit to those things. Make those things the priorities in your life. Like, we prioritize many things, like our love relationships or your jobs and, many things. And I feel like the first thing we should do whenever we wake up is to ask ourselves, how do I want to have fun today? What are the things that I want to do today that bring me joy? How can I do my job? How can I relate to people? How can I do everything I already do in my day through the lens of enjoyment? Some people are very good at just being in that energy all the time. Some of us, maybe through experiences, we got out of living life that way. But if you look at kids, I think kids are the best, most beautiful example of how we can live that way. Look at that, 2 years old, 1 year old baby. They are in this state of discovering life and enjoying, and of course there are emotions. Sometimes they get a little frustrated. Usually when babies are getting frustrated because they are tired, they are hungry, they're not receiving love. But if you cover those needs of a baby, the baby is very happy most of the day, right? And let me remind you that you once were that baby. And through experiences, we forgot to be in that state of discovering, of being curious, of playing and having fun with everything. What are those things that brings you joy, that you get excited about discovering, interacting with, experiencing? Try to go back in your childhood and bring some of those memories and create versions of those things that used to make you very happy. Sending everyone so much love. I hope any challenging situation you might be going through right now, I hope you get a lot of lessons that can support you and transform you and take you into better, more wonderful places, and that you, after this video, get to give a little space to that experience in your life, and you start focusing more and more and more in connecting with those things that make you feel the most shiny and wonderful human you are. So much peace and love. Until my next video.